If you will allow us to look past Game 82 and ahead to Game 83, only because you know who you're going to be playing, would you offer up a comment about knowing your first-round opponent?
We know who our first-round opponent is. We'll start. We've already started. Obviously, we're looking at stuff from all three teams, but not until we finish Game 82. I have no comment about Minnesota, Calgary, St. Louis. Obviously, it's St. Louis now. We got lots of time to talk about that. We got some work to do here still. We're not done the regular season.
So then, do you have the?
Sorry to wreck all your questions, but that's where we're going today. So I'm going Bill Belichick today. So.
Do you have the advisor on the left shoulder saying, "Scott, play all your guys tonight. You don't want them a week off, et cetera, et cetera." And do you have another advisor on the right shoulder saying, "Scott, if somebody gets injured tonight, you're going to regret this"?
No, you know what? All the players want to play. It's too long of a stretch. They don't want to go a week without playing, and at the end of the day, that's the part about playing Anaheim tonight is about our habits, about doing all the things we've been doing for 81 games, and making sure that we get our game up and running here as best it can possibly be going into the weekend. So, there isn't any guys that don't want to play tonight. I know I have the say on it, but we had some rest days the last couple of days. The guys didn't have to skate it if they didn't want it. So it's just prep again for us for what's going to come.
Scott, there's clearly a reason why you prefer to focus on one thing at a time and compartmentalize as you do. What are the advantages of setting up your structure that way instead of thinking about other things today?
There's so much pressure in this game. There's no need for us to start talking about something that may happen Saturday or Sunday. I think that our group has always been focused on the next task, and we've started that right from September, and it doesn't change. I'm not going to change it now. We need to respect our opponent, Anaheim, a young team that we haven't beat yet this year, and so it's just another opportunity for us to go out and play how we need to play, and just be consistent with what we've done all year long and try to stick to that.
Alex Iafallo announcement on his contract extension today. We've talked a lot about him in recent times. One of the things that I remember is 2 weeks into him being in Manitoba, he was already camping and hiking out in the White Shell and all this sort of stuff. So I'm wondering about the fit you've seen between him and playing outside in this province and city that we're in.
Yeah, and we're really happy that he decided that he wanted to be here 3 more years, and we're excited about that as an organization. He's, like I've mentioned, the Swiss Army knife for us. He plays in all situations. But the other side, he's a Buffalo kid that became a surfing dude out in L.A., and he's a backcountry guy here. You know what? He's taken advantage of places that he's lived, and you love that. You love the fact that he wants to be here, and he has other things. Like we have a lot of players that like to take advantage of what's offered around Winnipeg and Manitoba. So he's that kind of guy. It's whether he's on the ocean or he's back in the backwoods, he's just how he spends his off days.
Would you just further to that thoughts, how impactful is it to have a guy like Alex, who probably could have gotten more on the open market had he gone to free agency, take less to stay in Winnipeg, just for the program that you're trying to build and retention of players who are valuable to the organization for the roles?
Yeah, I think that all summer long we get into those free agent situations and the trade deadline, how hard it is to get guys to come here. When you get guys that want to be here, and like you mentioned, whatever his reasons were, we're excited for that. We showed and talked to him about his importance to our hockey team now and then in the future. He recognizes the part for me. As maybe just looking at it, not so much as his coach, but he recognizes he's in a good spot. He's in a good position. He's well used, well liked. Very popular, and those are all real good things. You don't know what you're going to get when you go out to free agency. You don't know where that you may have to start all over again and build again. And for him, he likes this situation, and we like him, and so it's worked out real well.
Your team's ability to strive for process rather than results driven the season this year?
Probably. It's probably about 99% of what we go after. You hear me always talk about our details and our structure and our compete, and those are all things that once the work goes in, we know we're talented enough, we know we're skilled enough, we know we have the depth, we have the role players, we have the top end skill players. but it's all about those things. If we do that stuff, the results will come, and that's what we've kind of proven to ourselves all year long, that when we do those, when we are structured and we are competitive like that, then the results are always there.
Scott, this team has already done things that no Jets team has ever done before, but you have a chance tonight to be the best regular season Jets team ever with another point or two. Does that mean anything to you guys?
Well, they're all like, I don't want to diminish any of the things that we've done because they're outstanding. But these are all stuff maybe you talk about after everything's over and done with. But at the end of the day, it's another thing to be proud of. But we still have a team that's trying not to let us do that. And it's a young team that's been playing pretty loose and carefree, and like we've seen recently of some teams, and they got some top end skills. So we still have to go out and do those things I just talked about. We got to be detailed, we got to be structured, and we got to be competitive.
Just on Gabe skated yesterday on his own. Did he skate at all today?
Yeah, he was back out there today.
Okay. And Rasmus still not skating?
Not yet, no, not yet. Good. Thank you. Oh.
Just your,
Sorry, Judy.
your shot or your thought on playing St. Louis and the Schenn brothers playing against each other for the first time in the playoffs in their careers.
Yeah, we'll talk about it next few days, but it's special for them. It's special for them. So, but for me, it's not a conversation right yet. Right?